Senator Bernie Sanders now leads as a top candidate among college-aged adults. So now this is according to a new college reaction Axios poll, which talked to over 1,000 people, 1,000 students, and they found that Bernie Sanders has now overtaken Warren and Biden to become first, the top among college students. Now he's polling at about 22.5%. Now Warren was ahead, and Biden was also previously ahead before Warren took over. But Sanders has recently gained a 7-point surge, while Warren, of course, lost the top spot and is now in third. Now, the biggest loss, I think, though, is Joe Biden, who used to be ahead. Back in April, Biden led the college reaction Axios polling of college students at about 19%, while Bernie Sanders was at second at 15.1. Then you had the Warren surge up to number 2, then number 1. And then, of course, here comes Bernie Sanders. Now, if you look at the rankings, you would find something curious. Donald Trump actually at number 2. Wait, what? But hold on. The poll mentions that he is the only Republican on there. And so, of course, Republicans who do go to schools as well, do go to college, they also decided to choose Donald Trump, who literally has no plans to address student loan debt, which I think would be important for college students, but not just that, of course. Now, about 1 in 5 college students would actually vote for Trump when it comes to the poll. So, all right. Now, what's interesting here is you have Warren's recent decline among college students. So now, the timing on that, very, very interesting, because she started to dip at about the same time she had rolled out her plan to pay for Medicare for all. So now her plan, of course, is to do 2 different pieces of legislation. For one, she would do a public option, right? So, Medicare, open it up for a public option plan, which is not a whole lot different than what, for example, Pete Buttigieg is doing with the Medicare for all who want it stuff. Okay. So she does that. And then in her third year, and this is why it's ridiculous, right? In her third year, she'll roll out Medicare, the transition for Medicare for all. Now, I've explained how that is a terrible plan to do this. And so I don't think I have to go into it anymore right now. But so as soon as she rolled that plan out, she dropped in the polls. And so now this is reflected in national polls, by the way. And interestingly enough, Kamala Harris, who just recently dropped out as well, had seen a similar dip in her polling following her backtracks on Medicare for all. I wonder if healthcare policy has anything to do with this. I don't know. It's almost as if people care about healthcare as well as consistency. Weird. Now, I think this is why, since Bernie wrote the damn bill, and he's been incredibly consistent on this is why Sanders has gained not only among students, but nationally as well. In fact, he is now surging to first in California. So Kamala Harris was not going to win California. She's not doing well. And here you had Biden and Warren that were ahead. Here comes Bernie in California. Damn. And so, look, man, Bernie's surge is very, very clear. Not only is he back campaigning hard after his health scare, but he's been running around the country, putting out policy after policy, getting some amazing endorsements, and of course, touting his consistency on the issues. And not only that, but his strength and his fundraising and campaign prowess. He is a force to be reckoned with. And so it's not a surprise to see young people, to see college students supporting the man that will not only beat Trump, but will bring positive, lasting change. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc. We're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.